2.5 months after the World Series concluded, the first spring training game across Major League Baseball, and the Sox out the lineup for manager Alex Cora. Jarren Duran leads off. He is in center. He's followed by Bobby Dalbec. Roberto Ramos is at first. Rob Refsnyder in left. Franchy Cordero in right, batting fifth. Jeter Downs patrols short. Yolmer Sanchez is at second. Ryan Fitzgerald at third. And Roldani Baldwin does the catching. So Jarren Duran in the leadoff spot. Alex Cora said this morning he wants to see him bunt more, hit more to all fields, and use his speed. He rolls it up the middle, and there's the speed. Beating it out against Nick Gordon.
You asked, and he delivers. Man, just getting out of that box, I mean, speed definitely kills. I mean, this ball for most guys, they're out. But look at this, right at the last minute, gets that extra length right through the bag, safe first, man. I wish I had that speed.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
You weren't in the 96th percentile in sprint speed?
Yeah, I don't know what my percentile is according to the analytics today, but it was he tries hard.
80 grade effort.
Effort was always 80.
So a runner aboard against Cole Sands, by the way. A minor leaguer who was in Double-A last year in the Twins system. 24-year-old righty, works here in the bottom of the first. He had a nice season in Double-A for Minnesota last year. 2.46 ERA you see in 18 starts. Former 5th-round pick out of Florida State. Facing Bobby Dalbec. Ooh, Dalbec skies this one to left. Back toward the wall. And gone. Bobby D in assault mode early. Two-run shot in the first inning of spring training for Bobby Dalbec.
That is the way you want to get started in spring training. Get the homer out of the way. He gets a fastball up in the zone. Bobby doing a great job of staying tall on that backside like he did the second half of the year, and just gets nice hands inside. Oh, and just crushes this ball to left. Look out on the practice fields.
So you said stay tall on the backside for the casual fan. Break that down for us.
Yeah, Bobby, when I was watching him in the beginning of the year, a lot of it is just, he's just getting the back shoulder's dropping a little too much before the swing is going into it. And when you stay a little taller on that backside, you naturally get down into the swing. And Bobby was doing a little too much. And the second half, he was staying a little taller, getting on top. When somebody says get on top of the ball, it's not a reference of hitting on top of the baseball and hitting a ground ball. It's not getting underneath it and not swinging underneath it.
Yeah, and you look at how he finished the year. To your point, you go to his final 49 games. He had an OPS above 1,000, which was top 5 in not just the American League, but all of Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I mean, it was just such a great turnaround because he was seeing more pitches. He stayed aggressive, but not as aggressive as he was in the first half, or first 2/3, should I say. But yeah, I noticed a dramatic change in his swing and just staying back a little bit more, because a lot of times when you guys have a lot of power, they think they need to generate a lot more still. The key is get yourself in a good foundation and repeat good swings throughout.
Now Franchy Cordero lines one past Palaco in the right field. So a one-out base knock after Rob Refsnyder grounded out to third following the home run.
Yeah, another great swing right here. Just ball tailing out over the plate. Gets enough of it off the end of the bat. Base hit into right. Sometimes you don't want that good exit velo like that, right? I mean, sometimes that exit velo, when it gets up too high, that's an out to right field.
Stinging one right at someone. Brings up Jeter Downs. One out, one on. Ball one from Cole Sands. A lot of intrigue around Duran and Downs and how they look. A couple of guys who are such big prospects in this Red Sox system. We, of course, saw Duran at the big league level last year. Curious to see what the stance, the leg kick looks like this year. And Downs had his struggles last year in AAA, but still a marquee prospect in this Red Sox system.
Yeah, it's never tough at the AAA level. It's not easy. That level is probably one of the hardest levels in the minor leagues for many different reasons. But, when you have those down years in AAA, I remember my first year in AAA, I think I hit 180 or something when I got called up. And you just got to bounce back and let it go. Just got to move on past it. Learn from some of the mistakes that you try to implement, changes along the way that didn't work for you, and find out the player that you were before.
It's a guy that had only played 12 games above A-ball going into last year when he was in AAA Worcester.
That's not easy. AA level is a key level in many different ways. You're facing a lot of the young talent. A lot of the arms are in AA. And that's one of the things that when you skip that level, it can be tough because the AAA level is a very different level. Sometimes you got older guys that might be throwing, they're not throwing as much velocity. And then you got some young guys that are. So the grind in AAA is man, and the travel. Don't miss that.
You and me both. 3-2 to Downs. Fouls it off.
Good swing right there. Couldn't tell if that was a changeup out of his hand. It looked like he was gripping like a changeup, but that's why we need that mile per hour.
Baseball savant, we got to get it cooking. A 2-run shot for Bobby Dahlbeck in his first AB of the spring. Cordero board. Payoff again. Downs works the walk.
All right, we got the defense for the Twins here. We got Trevor Learn in left field, Byron Buxton in center field, Max Kepler in right. We got Luis Arias at third base, Nick Gordon at short. We got Jorge Polanco at second, Miguel Sano at first base, and the battery is Cole Sands and Ryan Jeffers.
Good work. How do you like doing these reads so far?
I'll tell you what, we gotta eliminate the Arias and some other tough ones. So I have some Smiths, I don't see any Johnson, Smith. We need some easier ones in here.
Well, X got the Johnsons.
Yeah. Toronto's the tough one.
I've never
it is. Sox batting here in the bottom of the first with 2 aboard. And that is fouled off. It's 0-2 on Yolmer Sanchez. Spent a long time with the White Sox, a non-roster invite to Red Sox camp.
Yeah, it was like that over there on the other side, too.
Good breeze.
Sox, of course, bring back a lot in the lineup. Some holes to plug as well.
Oh,
nice foul by Sanchez.
I love that swing right there. Just nice and easy, ball coming in on you, pulling the hands inside and getting that barrel of the ball. And that's all you really can do with that pitch. That pitch is almost going to hit him. But great job of just utilizing those hands and just clearing it out.
th pitch of this bottom of the first for Cole Sands. Fouled off. I mentioned some of the holes to fill in the Sox lineup. Hunter Renfroe, of course, he got traded. Kyle Schwarber just cashed in free agency. About $80 million over 4 years for him.
Yeah, great payday for Kyle. Always rooting for the Cincinnati kids. So happy for him, and had him with the Cubs when I was over there for a few years. And, he figured out some really good stuff with Kevin Long, and he said, hey, wherever Kevin goes, I'm going.
Past the dive of Gordon in the left field. Sanchez, a 2-strike single, and they are loaded up for the Sox in the first.
Oh, that accent is just lovely right there on St. Patty's Day. Good job, Richie. Yeah, great swing right here. Gets a pitch that just fades out over, stays with it, and just goes the other way with it. Goes down. Awesome job hitting this ball at the left field. Ooh, Shortstop almost made a great play on that, too.
Already
A visit to the mound for Cole Sands. We're going to have to refocus, too. The beauty of an accent like that.
Oh, there's nothing more gorgeous on St. Patty's Day than a Boston accent.
That is the voice of the three-time All-Star Kevin Youkilis, one of the new members of our Nesson broadcast team. Mike Monaco with you in for Dave O'Brien. Kicking off spring training here in 2022. Jemai Webster with us as well.
Hey, we might hit a round here in the first inning. It's a great way to start the spring.
Yeah, we go to the 7th spot in the lineup to Ryan Fitzgerald, another non-roster invite. Goes first pitch swinging in the air to deep left center with Lordy. Can't make the catch. Cordero is in with Downs right behind him, and it's a 4-run first inning for the Red Sox.
Nice shot, Fitzy!
I'll tell you, wherever that microphone is, we need to get those guys on camera. Great job here. Ball's up. Just, hey, I mean, you stay short to it right here. Up, stay short, drives to the left. Just enough out, look at, and not know where hey, you got to find that wall in left field. The only reason I said that is because that's what I looked like in left field when I played left field. Wasn't pretty.
You told me about a play pretty much similar to that, right? Running back over the left shoulder. Was it New York?
Yeah, there was a few in New York that were screwed up. That was almost like the play I made in Oakland where I crashed into a scoreboard and thought I'd knocked all the numbers off. Yeah, Frank Thomas got a triple, so I played it pretty poorly.
With a bad foot.
Yo, with bad everything.
So Fitzgerald brings in 2. And now Roldani Baldwin, who's doing the catching today for the Sox.
Man, 4 spot on St. Patty's Day in the first. Red Sox fans are going to be excited about this.
Wave and a miss.
A good off-speed pitch right there.
That's all right. We'll get him next time, Baldy.
Yeah, nice little slider right there. That's a perfect slider on 0-2. Keeps it off the plate just enough. And I'll tell you what, that when your first at-bat of spring training, you never want to see that pitch.
That is nasty from Cole Sands. To strike out Baldwin, and it brings up Nick Northcutt, 83 in your program, and not featured on either of our scorecards.
I'm not going to lie to you. In my first game doing this, I am so screwed up right now with my cards.
How you doing?
I literally, for 4 batters, was trying to figure out where's the second out.
So Roberto Ramos never came up in the 3-hole.
Yeah. That's where it screwed up my whole entire thing.
My first spring training was 2 years ago, pre-pandemic. And my head was volleying back and forth like I was watching tennis, trying to figure out who was coming in.
I'm not going to lie to you. I feel really good right now because I'm trying to, as a baseball guy, you're not supposed to forget outs. You're not supposed to forget what's going on. And I'm literally blank here on my sheet with Ramos. And then you said the 7th spot for
what you had in the 8th spot.
We had in the 8th spot, so I was going to almost correct you, but then luckily I didn't correct you.
Would have been welcome. Everyone bumped up 1, Northcutt into the 9th spot, and he strikes out. But not before the Red Sox get 4 in the first